Alright, how's it going, everyone? My name's Hernan, and today I'll be showing you guys how to make this cool geometric pallet fish. So there's lots of ways you guys can do this. I mean, when I watch DIY videos, sometimes I don't have all the tools that the other people have, so I gotta get creative anyway. So I'll be showing you guys my method for doing this. It's not the only way. Just, get creative, have fun with it. More importantly, be safe, and yeah, just have fun with it. So I've got this like industrial pallet. It's a lot heavier, oh my god, than I'm used to. Oh, never mind, that's soaked. Oh crap. So that's a minor setback. Well, get creative. Okay, so I actually found some pallets, some boards that I broke down a little while ago. I'm going to show you guys here in a minute. Yeah, here they are. Check it out. I actually broke these down a little while ago for another project that I was working on, and I think I'll have enough here. Sorry. So I literally just went to Google and I typed in geometric trout because I don't get enough of those. And I managed to print out, oh my god, it's so windy. So what I'm going to do is I went ahead and measured this. This is about 19 inches long, and the fish itself is about 8 inches tall. So for the bag in here, I'm going to want quite a few boards that are about 11 inches long. What I'm really looking for here is just textures and grains that I like. This one has a cool little like crack there, kind of neat looking. So some of these boards actually have rougher edges than I would have liked. There's one here that's like especially mean. It's like tearing up my sander here. Here, check it out. Oh! So I'm gonna go ahead and use my planer to really clean up these edges. It's cold out here. So now that I think about it, I'm actually going to go ahead and take the planer and do a couple of passes along the face here. It's going to make it a little bit flatter, and it might just bring up a little more texture. So planing the wood like that will bring out a little bit more of the bare wood. You can see a nice little mix between what was sanded and what's been planed off. Alright you guys, I got all these boards sanded and planed down, and I don't want to cut them all at 11 inches. I don't want this thing to be perfectly rectangular. So I'm going to vary this around 11, 12 inches, maybe even get 1 to 10, just so I get a little variation in the backing here. Alright you guys, so when it comes to actually cutting out the pieces for the fish, I'm just going to straight up cut these pieces out and then cut them all out individually. I'm gonna have to label these. Oh, the head! Hey, not too bad. It's looking pretty good already. So now the next step is to take all these pieces, put them on the wood. I'm just gonna go ahead and trace them out. So picking up where we left off, I've got my pieces here traced out on the wood from the paper stencils we cut out yesterday. Alright you guys, so with the backing, I've actually got these boards here resting on two of these like strips that I cut out from one of the original boards. So all I'm gonna do really is just drill them straight through the hole. I'll put a little bit of wood glue and then just secure them that way. And the idea I'm going with here is I didn't want them perfectly aligned, so I kind of want to mix and match here. Yeah. Alright, so the wood glue's on, those are going to be drying in a bit, and then I'll screw them in a minute here. I want to see if I can figure out, if I can remember how to... So I was debating with the wood glue, and cause it was really strong when I had left it here overnight, but I put screws in anyway just to be safe. Actually, I couldn't find screws for these two, but there's enough contact with the glue that it's going to be just fine. And the piece has turned out really well so far. Okay, so the backing itself is done for what it is, but I actually wanted to go ahead and stain it. I'm going to be putting this on rather lightly, just so I can get some stain on it. I don't want to overbear it with really, really dark areas, and then really rub it in here. Alright you guys, that's kind of what I was going for. That was definitely a good call. You might want to wear gloves for that, but I wasn't using a lot of stain, so I wasn't too worried about it. Alright, so the fun part, I've actually been waiting for this since the entire project. I'm going to go ahead and stain some of these pieces, but not all of them, because I don't want them to blend in with the background and the backing here. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll make some darker, some lighter. Okay, so that one's dark, that one's kind of light. The head will get some. Okay, so I'm about halfway through and I'm really reconsidering the stain on these pieces, because like I saw the camera shot and you can't even really distinguish this top fin from the rest of the backing. So what I'm going to end up doing is just sanding these again. So I actually ended up sanding most all the pieces, and I really like so many changes here. But that's the beauty of the project, right? I actually really like how how it looks after I've sanded it with the stain on it previously. So I put a little more stain on some of them, and then just sanded all of them, pretty much all of them as a whole. And I really like the way this has turned out. Alright, so the last thing I'm doing is I'm taking these pieces and I'm staining the sides here, just because I like the way it looks. It's almost as if I'm framing the pieces themselves. And because I have some burn marks on the side, so I kind of want to professionalize that up. Bam. So since it's getting dark, I'm going to go ahead and finish staining these sides. I'm going to glue them down, and then you're going to see the finished result tomorrow. So it's actually been a couple of months since I finished this project, and it's
I don't know how to switch the camera, so it's just
I can show you guys.
That'll have to do. Yeah, it's really nice outside. It's warm, and I even have my tank on. I think I had a flannel on the last time I recorded, and I'm pretty sure it was freezing outside. But I still got my project hanging up there. It looks really nice, and I'm actually going to ship it out to a friend of mine. So it's not going to stay here for very long, but it was still a lot of fun to make. I remember having to put all the pieces together. It was like a puzzle. It was really fun, and it was a simple design. Like, it was a lot of fun to make, and I'm sure like there's many other people that get way more intricate. It's just basically cutting pieces and just organizing them any way you want. So I'm sure there's a lot of more complicated designs that look way more impressive than mine does. But just I know that anyone watching this might be inspired to make their own, and that's really cool. I'd love to see photos, and just knowing that someone likes the idea, they realize it's not very hard to make, and give it a go. So with that, I'm going to wrap this up, and hopefully I'll have another video up soon. I've been planning to make a lot of things actually, and my cousins keep on saying make videos, so we're going to see about that. And in the meantime, ciao ciao ciao.